Good morning, students. Once again, I welcome you all on my YouTube channel. Today, we are going to resume the explanation of the fourth chapter of First Flight from the Diary of Annie Frank. Before resuming the explanation, I would like to revise what I have explained in the previous video. Annie Frank believed that writing a diary was a strange experience for her because she had never written anything before. At the age of 13, she got her diary as a birthday present and she started writing to get all kinds of things off her chest. Annie believed that paper has more patience than people. So, on one of the days when she was feeling a little depressed and was sitting bored at home, wondering whether to go out or not, she began to write. She had no intention of showing her writing to anyone except a friend. Annie confesses that what prompted her in the first place to write a diary was that she didn't have a friend. Annie spoke about the people she knew. She said that there were about 30 people she could call friends, but none was her one true friend. She wasn't close to anyone in whom she could confide. She wanted her diary to be her friend and she gave it the name Kitty. Annie wrote about her family members in her diary. She said that her father was adorable and he married when he was 36 to her mother Edith Hollander Frank, who was 25. Her sister Margot was born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1926 and Annie was born on 12 June 1929. She lived in Frankfurt till she was 4. Then her family emigrated to Holland in 1933. First, the parents went and the two girls lived with their grandmother at Aachen. Then they joined their parents. Annie went to a Montessori nursery school and stayed there until she was 6. When she was in 6th standard, Mrs. Cooperus was her headmistress. At the farewell function, she and the headmistress were in tears. In the summer of 1941, her grandmother fell ill and had to have an operation. And in 1942, she died. Annie loved her a lot. In her diary entry of 20th June 1942, she said that all the four of them were doing well. And for her birthday celebration, an extra candle was lit for her grandmother with the other candle. Now I will resume the explanation. Saturday, 20th June 1942. Dearest Kitty. Saturday, 20th June was the day on when Annie Frank she started writing her diary. She didn't want to make her diary an ordinary diary. She wanted to make her diary as a true friend. And that's why Annie Frank she addressed her diary as a Kitty. So, dearest Kitty, our entire class is quacking its boots. So Annie Frank had given a description about the class in which she was studying. Her class, her entire class, means complete class, was quaking in its boot, means shaking with fear and nervousness. So all the students of her class were nervous and they were trembling with fear. The reason, of course, is the forthcoming meeting in which the teachers decide who will move up to the next form and who will be the kept back. So all the students of her class were nervous and trembling with fear. The reason was the upcoming meeting. Forthcoming means upcoming meeting in which the teachers were going to decide who would move up to the next grade, form his grade, and who would be kept back. So all the students were nervous and trembling with fear because the teachers were going to hold the meeting in which they were going to decide the future of the students. Half the class is making bets. So half the class means half of the students of our class was making bets. So they were making bets whether they would pass or who would pass and who would fail. GN and I laughed ourselves silly at the two boys behind us, CN and Jax, who have staked their entire holiday saving on their bet. So Anne Frank and GN, they were laughing too much at the two boys behind them that they look very silly. And the two boy at whom they were laughing were CN and Jax, because CN and Jax had staked their entire holiday. Stake means here they have risked, they have sacrificed their entire holiday saving on their bet. From morning to night, it's you are going to pass. No, I am not. Yes, you are. No, I am not. So from morning to night, the situation was in the class that each and every student in the class was telling to one another that except him or her, the other students were going to pass. Even GS pleading glances and my angry outburst can't calm them down. So Anne Frank, she found that the students were so nervous, they were so apprehensive about the outcome of the result that they were making bets. Even GS pleading glances. So GS was giving begging looks, and my angry outburst means Anne Frank was giving angry expression. So GS and Annie Frank both tried to stop the students from making bad by in different way. GS gave pleading looks, and Anne Frank, she showed her angry expression towards the students to stop them from being nervous. If you ask me, there are so many dummies that about a quarter of the class should be kept back. But teachers are the most unpredictable creature on earth. So Anne Frank, according to Anne Frank, in her class, there were so many dummies. There were so many students those were weak in study. So according to Frank, there were so many students those were so weak in study that about a quarter of the class, 25% students of her class should be kept back, should be failed. So she believed that 25% students should be held back in the same class, should be retained in the same class. But at the same time, she believed that teachers are the most unpredictable creature on the earth. So she believed that teachers are the most unpredictable, means that which cannot be guessed about. So the will and the wish of the teachers would decide the future of the students. So teachers are the most unpredictable. Why? Because nobody knows how the teacher would react. I am not so worried about my girlfriend and myself. As far as Anne Frank was concerned, she was not worried about her girlfriends and herself. We will make it. Anne Frank believed that she would be able to succeed in the exam. She would be promoted to the next grade. The only subject I am not sure about is maths. Anne Frank was sure that she would be able to pass in most of the subject. The only subject she was not sure about was maths. Anyway, all we can do is wait. But Anne Frank couldn't do anything against that. The only thing she could do was to wait until the outcome of the result. Until then, we keep telling each other not to lose heart. Until the outcome of the result, all the students were telling each other not to lose their heart. I get along pretty well with my teacher. I get along means Anne Frank, she get along quite well with all her teachers. So she had a good relationship with all her teachers. There are 9 of them, 7 men and 2 women. So there were 9 teachers, among them 7 men and 2 women. Mr. Kissing, the old foggy who teaches math, was annoyed with me for ages because I talk so much. So among the 7 men, there was Mr. Kissing, who was old foggy. Old foggy means who was an old-fashioned person. And Mr. Kissing taught maths to Anne Frank. And he was always annoyed with Anne Frank. He was always angry with her for ages because Anne Frank talked so much. Anne Frank was talkative in his class. After several warnings, he assigned me extra homework. So Mr. Kissing had given Anne Frank several warning because of her talking, and after giving several warning, when it was beyond his control, he gave Anne Frank extra homework. SM means gave an essay on the subject a chatterbox. Anne Frank was assigned extra homework in the form of essay, and the topic, the subject of the essay was a chatterbox, means talkative. A chatterbox, what can you write about that? So when Anne Frank was given an extra homework to write an essay on the chatterbox, Anne Frank, she didn't have any idea about what to write on chatterbox. So that's why she was confused what to write in the essay. I would worry about that later, I decided. So Anne Frank decided that she would not worry about at that time. She would worry about writing later on. I jotted down the title in my notebook, tucked it in my bag, and tried to keep quiet. So Anne Frank, she wrote down the title in her notebook, tucked it in my, means she put her notebook in her bag and tried to keep quiet. That evening, after I had finished the rest of my homework, the note about the essay caught my eye. So that evening, after Anne Frank finished the rest of her homework, the note about the essay got the attention of her. Caught my eye means the note about the essay got her attention. I began thinking about the subject while chewing the tip of my fountain pen. Anne Frank, she didn't have an idea about what to write on the essay. So that's why she began thinking about the subject, and she was so nervous that she started chewing the tip of her fountain pen because she was not getting any idea. Anyone could ramble on and leave big spaces between the words. So Anne Frank believed anybody who would be given such type of topic could ramble on, means could talk or write aimlessly for long and leave big spaces between the words. But the trick was to come up with convincing argument to prove the necessity of talking. So Anne Frank, she could have written like anyone by writing aimlessly and leaving big spaces between the word. But she didn't want to write in the same way. Her trick was to come up with the convincing arguments. Means she wanted to prove her point through the essay by writing in such a manner that the people will believe it, that the teacher believe the necessity of talking. So she wanted to write, put her argument in such a way that her teacher would believe that it was necessary for her to talk. I thought and suddenly I had an idea. So Anne Frank, she kept on thinking until she got an idea, and suddenly Anne Frank got an idea. I wrote the 3 pages Mr. Kissing had assigned me and was satisfied. So Anne Frank, she wrote 3 pages on the essay Chatterbox until she was satisfied. I argued that talking is a student's trait and that I would do my best to keep it under control. So through her essay, Anne Frank, she put her argument that talking is a student's trait. Trait means features, and that she would do her best to keep it under control. But that I would never be able to cure myself of the habit, since my mother talked as much as I did, if not more, and that there is not much you can do about inherited traits. She also, through her essay, she also wrote in her essay that she would never be able to cure herself of the habit of talking, since her mother talked as much as she did, if not more. And then there was not much anybody could do about inherited trait. According to Helen Keller, nobody can do anything about the traits. Inherited traits means the qualities that one gets from one's parents. According to Anne Frank, she had got the quality of talking from her parents in inheritage. and that's why as she got the quality of talking from her parents, nobody can do anything against that characteristic. Mr. Kissing had a good laugh at my argument. So when Anne Frank, when she had handed it that essay to Mr. Kissing found that essay very amusing, and Mr. Kissing had a good laugh at the argument presented by Anne Frank through her essay. But when I proceeded to talk my way through the next class, he assigned me a second essay. But when Anne Frank, when she proceeded to find the solution to the next lesson, once again, Mr. Kissing gave Anne Frank a second essay. This time it was supposed to be an incorrigible chatterbox. Incorrigible means something that cannot be corrected. So Anne Frank was given second essay and the topic was an incorrigible. So according to Mr. Kissing, Anne Frank was talkative beyond the control, cannot be cured. I handed it in, and after writing the essay, Anne Frank handed that essay to Mr. Kissing. And Mr. Kissing had nothing to complain about for two whole lessons. So after giving the second essay, Mr. Kissing had nothing to complain about for two whole lessons. For the next two whole lessons, Mr. Kissing had no complaint against the talking of Anne Frank. He ignored her. However, during the third lesson, he had finally had enough. So after ignoring Anne Frank's talking for the whole two lessons, during the third lesson, Mr. Kissing had finally had enough of talking of Anne Frank. Anne Frank, as punishment for talking in class, write an essay entitled Quack Quack Quack, said Mistress Chatterbox. So Mr. Kissing, he had enough of talking of Anne Frank, and that's why during the third lesson he called Anne Frank and he gave as punishment for talking in the class another essay to write, and the title was Quack Quack Quack, said Mistress Chatterbox. The class roared. So when Anne Frank was given to write an essay on Quack Quack Quack, said Mistress Chatterbox, the students of the whole class, they roared with laughter. I had to laugh too, though I had nearly exhausted my ingenuity on the topic of Chatterbox. Anne Frank, she also joined in the laughter with the other students, though she had nearly exhausted, means she has used, Anne Frank has used all her ingenuity, means her originality and inventiveness on the topic of Chatterbox. After writing two previous essays, Anne Frank had already used her originality, that she didn't have any idea on the third essay. It was time to come up with something else, and that's why Anne Frank, she decided that she was going to come up with something else. She would write down essay in a different way, something original. She would come up with something original. My friend Sen, who is good at poetry, offered to help me write the essay from beginning to end in verse, and I jumped for joy. So when Anne Frank was given essay third time to write down, at that time Anne Frank was looking for originality, and she came across her friend San, who was good at poetry, and San offered help to Anne Frank to write the essay from the beginning to end in verse form, in the form of the poetry, and I jumped for joy. So Anne Frank, she was overjoyed because she was going to write down her third essay in the form of the poetry, which was original. Mr. Kissing was trying to play a joke on me with his ridiculous subject, but I would make sure the joke was on him. So Mr. Kissing, he was trying to make fun of Anne Frank, but by writing the essay in the form of poetry, Anne Frank was going to make sure the joke was on him. So in this way, Anne Frank turned the table on her teacher. I finished my poem and it was beautiful. Anne Frank, she finished her essay in the form of poetry and it was very beautiful. It was about a mother duck and a father swan with three baby ducklings who were beaten to death by the father because they quack too much. So Anne Frank had written the poem about a mother duck and a father swan with three baby ducklings who were beaten to death by the father because they quacked too much. Luckily, Mr. Kissing took the joke the right way. Fortunately, Mr. Kissing took the joke in a positive way. He read the poem to the class, adding his own comments and to several other classes as well. So Mr. Kissing, he liked the poem so much that he read the whole poem to the class. Even he also read the poem to the several other classes and he added his own comments. Since then, I have been allowed to talk and haven't been assigned any extra homework. So since then, Anne Frank had been allowed to talk and she hadn't been given any extra homework. On the contrary, Mr. Kissing's always making jokes these days. So instead of giving Anne Frank extra homework, on the contrary, Mr. Kissing always making jokes these days means Mr. Kissing's behavior changed. Mr. Kissing, who was very strict teacher, now he himself had fun in his classes. Yours, Annie. So Annie Frank concluded the letter by writing her name. So I hope you understood the second part of the chapter once again. Thank you.